My name is Paul Bagnini. I'm the president of the Windsor Chamber of Commerce, and it's a pleasure to be here today with you. I want to thank our friends at the Historical Society for being our gracious host today, Christine. I'll give Christine a chance to say a few words after I'm done, but I get to go first. The Chamber is very glad to have everybody here today, both the new teachers and also any returning people that may be here today. It's a pleasure to see some new faces that are going to be training our young men and women of the future, business leaders, community leaders, et cetera, et cetera. I'm particularly happy to be here today because I have personal interest in teachers. I have a son that teaches in Morristown, New Jersey, teaches high school. My daughter teaches at the Verplank School in Manchester. And my wife teaches a course at the Cancer Center at Hartford Hospital. So I'm very aware of the time and effort that goes into the work that you folks do, and it's much appreciated. So not everybody appreciates all the time and effort that goes into it, but I'm one of the guys that does. I know it's often hard to gauge efforts when you're a teacher with young children. It's hard to see down the future where things are going to go. But I found a quote the other day I thought was pretty apropos. It's from the French-born American scholar Jacques Verzon, who said, "In teaching, you can't always see the fruits of a day's work. It sometimes is invisible, sometimes for up to 20 years. And it's the truth. We train children when they're young, but who knows what happens down the road. But hopefully that the work that you do now will bear fruit down the road. I think there's probably nothing more gratifying than picking up a paper and seeing an article about someone that you've had in the past that you've taught and found that they've really done something with themselves. And it's difficult to gauge, like I said, when they're young, but it's certainly gratifying and satisfying to see that as a teacher. So both to be thanked and commended, and we appreciate your efforts. That being said, I'm going to give Christine a couple minutes to just...
Okay, can you all hear me? Good. Welcome to Windsor. I'm Christine Ermetz from the Windsor Historical Society, and I think you're getting the feeling that you've really chosen a special place to teach. The fact that the Windsor Chamber of Commerce and the Windsor business people have thrown a lunch for you, I think really speaks to our community spirit here. And I just want to tell you that Windsor is also filled with cultural organizations who are eager to serve you and your students. You know, you have information about us in your packets. All of our programs are geared to the state social studies standards. We are happy to come to your classrooms as well as welcome you here. And it's not just us. There is the Oliver Ellsworth House right up the street. There's the Windsor Arts Center down in the Railroad Depot. There's the wonderful Northwest Park, Nature Center and Tobacco Museum. So you have really chosen a place that's just filled with committed business people and cultural organizations. And all of us are really eager to serve you. So I would say to you, be locavores. It's not just about food. It's about connecting your kids with the place in which they live. It's about civic engagement. So again, I'll just close by saying welcome, and I hope to see all of you and your students back here at some point over the school year. Thank you so much.
Christine. I just want to do a few introductions from the Board of Ed. Christina Santos. Thanks for joining us today, Christina. And we have several of the chamber businesses that are here today. So if you would just quickly stand up and introduce yourself one by one, and maybe just give a little pitch for what you do in town. Chamber of Business. There we go. First taker.
I'm here with Curry Chiropractic, Dr. Curry. He's been here 27 years. I've been here for 15, so I was like, I can't believe it. But he's been servicing Windsor for 27 years. I'm not a chiropractor. I promote chiropractic natural health. I send people from all over New England, all over Connecticut, right to Dr. Curry. He's a phenomenal doctor. I highly recommend it. For the new teachers, there's packets there with coupons if you have any health issues, besides back pain or whatever, which is typical, but any type of health problems. We deal with hyperactivity and ADD and a lot of things that are totally related to the nervous system. We'd love to be of service to you.
Do you come to the classrooms also?
Hi everybody, my name is Michelle. I am from Rafferty Road and Street Service Center. Spring Street Service Center is in Windsor Locks, and we repair cars. I have some coupons in bags, and a couple of special bowling coupons in there too. So anything that we can do for you. We also give rides. So if you need your car worked on during the day, we can get you to school on time, have your car fixed, and then we can pick you up. So Michelle and Spring Street Service Center.
I'm Madeline Williams from Connecticut Bank and Trust. We all know what bankers do. We help you with your finances and help us with ours. I would love to meet with all of you. I've included a bunch of information and a little gift for each of you in the welcome packages, and I'm right here down on Broad Street, so I look forward to meeting you.
Hi, my name is Lynette. I'm with Costco Wholesale in Enfield. I don't think there's probably a better place on the planet for you guys to stock up on your back-to-school supplies. There are one-day shopping passes in your bag so that you guys can come in and take advantage of the awesome savings that we have for you. And thanks for all the hard work you guys do.
Hi, my name is Tim Lassen. I'm from IMG Financial Advisors. Work with quite a few people in the district on their 403Bs and their retirement. I have some info in your packets, so send me an email or give me a call.
Hi everybody, I'm Paula Pierce, and I'm from Paula Walla Imports, an online retail gift shop that I run here in town. It's an online only, so you can order anytime, day or night, and I can deliver to the school or to your home if you're in Windsor for free. And there's a sample of tea in your package.
Hi, I'm Marty McMahon. I run the local Edward Jones office here in town, Windsor High School class of '81. I handle all different types of investments, retirement plans. I'm pretty excited this month. This is the 25th anniversary of my English Channel swim. And the reason I bring that up is if there's any of you that fits in your curriculum, I go and do talks to classrooms. So if I can do a motivational speech or just you're trying to cover that geographic area, please give me a call. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jenny Horan. I'm the news station manager at Windsor Community Television, WinTV. Windsor Community Television is public access, and we're reaching out to the schools to encourage you to come down and learn how to use one of our cameras, very easy cameras, bring them into your classrooms, highlight what your students are doing, your projects, your whatever it is you're working on, and we have volunteers that will edit it and get it on the air for you and bring exposure to what you're doing. So I do have some contact information in your bags, and I hope to hear from you.
I should mention that I'm also on the board at WinTV, and what Jenny says is a program that we've been trying to implement for a while. It's nice to have programs from the kids show up at the station. We're very happy to implement those in our programming. The kids get a big charge out of it, so it's something you really want to take advantage of. If you have any questions, Jenny's the right person to talk to at the station. But, thank you to all the Chamber businesses for your intros. Anybody that is interested, if you go to the Chamber website, there's also a multitude of businesses that obviously couldn't be here today, but please check them out. They have a lot of good services to offer, and then it'd be very helpful to anything you might need in town that we can do for you. So without further ado, let me introduce Dr. Elizabeth Fieser.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, it's a delight to be here, and Paul, I want to thank you and the Chamber for sponsoring this. My hope is that the new teachers, and actually it's a little awkward, I haven't met our new teachers yet. I was with the commissioner all morning long in his back-to-school meeting, so I'm seeing them for the first time as the Chamber people are as well. But what my message to our new staff is that I hope that this is an indication of the incredible partnership that we have in Windsor with the business community. I've worked in a number of school districts and never have I experienced the kind of partnership that exists between businesses and the schools as I have here in Windsor. The businesses in Windsor, whether they're the local businesses in town or the businesses up on Day Hill, are truly invested in our schools and want to see our kids succeed. There is a school business partnership, a formal partnership that exists, and we have business people that come and sit at the table, particularly with people from the high school relative to, potentially creating internships or job shadowing or situations where our teachers can go out and and actually spend a day in businesses to kind of learn to see how has a particular field changed and bring that information back into the classroom. The businesses, there's grants provided through the Chamber for career exploration. So we have elementary teachers who are able to bring in career exploration kinds of units into their classroom because of some funding from the Chamber. That's also is in the middle school and the high school. There is a huge reading program called Business Fueling Minds, which the Chamber gets behind and gets businesses to support the purchasing of the books and then bringing business people into our schools to read to our children. And there's just countless other ways. There is a Windsor Education Foundation, which is independent of the Chamber, but the Chamber really has gotten behind that foundation, again, getting businesses to support that foundation because that money goes directly to teachers, the teacher grants, and you'll hear more about that. And I could go on. It's incredible, the relationship we have, and whenever we have a question, whether, I mean, I don't know how many times principals will call me, or I myself will be thinking about how can we go about, you know, involving businesses and such. We pick up the phone, we call the Chamber, and inevitably they're there to help us out, or they direct us to somebody else. So I want to thank the Chamber for all that you do on behalf of the school system, and my hope is that those of you that are joining the school system will come to gain a greater appreciation for the relationship that we have, because it's tremendous. Our kids benefit, and as time and time again the business people will say to us, their investment is because they want to see our students ultimately remain in Windsor and contribute to Windsor thriving and Windsor's history being something, you know, when we look to the future, as something where the town is really growing and just becoming stronger and stronger. And that's, you can't ask for more than that when you have your business community invested in the education of the school system. So I thank you on behalf of, I thank the Chamber on behalf of the board, myself, and all of us in the school system for all that you do for us. And thank you for the lunch.
I'd also like to thank the Chamber for lunch, and what we are going to do is have the principals introduce their staff. And we really think that that's really an appropriate way to do this, because it truly is the principal's hire. The teachers that you see introduced by the principals today is someone that they've selected. We received this year over 100 applications for every position that we had open, you know, on average. Some even more than that. So truly it is the work of the principals, the vice principals, the curriculum supervisors that go through those applications and find the people that are here today. And one of the things I want to just point out about the hiring process is we truly start pretty much after today hiring for next year. Many of the people that are with us today were hired in late August or even early September last school year, and they worked with us and they stayed with us, and they now are fully under contract and with us for this whole school year. We also have student teachers that come on staff, and I think it's just a reflection of this is a place people want to be, and that this is a place that is very good about finding good teachers, and that's what we're making those connections early on. Just a couple other notes. It is a diverse group from all around. We've hired teachers from New Jersey, we've hired teachers from Massachusetts, and then we have people that went through the Windsor Public Schools K through 12 and went off 4 years to college and then came right back to us. So it's really, really a great group, and it's been an exciting day so far. And with that, I'd like to turn it on to the principals to introduce their staff. And we will have hires from every school in the district this year. Other years we have had schools that haven't hired. I will say that JFK, we have an interview at 4 o'clock today for a teacher, so that person may join us tomorrow, but they couldn't be here today. We do have 3 new administrators that are with us today, and the first one is a special ed supervisor. So I'd like to introduce Jody Lefkowitz, who was new along with myself last year, but Jody had the opportunity to hire a new supervisor this year, and she'd like to introduce.
Thank you. And I'd like to welcome Jerry Fine, our secondary special ed supervisor, who actually got a little head start this summer because we needed him, and he comes to us from 10 years in Cromwell, working at the middle and high school level, has been a department chair, has already informally met some of the teachers, and will be a great resource to us across the district, and in particular for middle and high school. So we're so happy to have you.
Two other administrators. We have Steve Risser with us. I'll do the introduction for the other two administrators. Steve Risser comes to us from ESPN, 14 years. He does not have tickets available for us. A couple of things, but Steve is the new athletic director, and he's also doing some teaching for us, and we're really excited to have him coming in with us. And we also hired Christine Tedeschi to be our science curriculum supervisor. So she is K through 12 science. Excuse me, 612. Thank you. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
And other duties as they are assigned.
But we will seek your help. Christine comes to us from East Windsor, and she's new in the administration world, so we're thrilled to have Christine. And our first school that we will have introduced is Oliver Ellsworth and Patty Phelan.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks very much to the Chamber for the delicious lunch. It was great. Don't worry, they'll feed you like this every day once you sit down. That's a joke. We have two new teachers, actually three, but RJ will mention the third. Amanda Johnson is coming to us. Amanda is over here. We'll be teaching 3rd grade. I'm so happy for my incoming 3rd grade students that are going to be in Amanda's class. We've seen what she can do. She's done long-term subbing positions in the district. So happy to have you with us this year. And as Mr. Vagnini mentioned before, you live with a family of educators, and we do our best for every student every day as we work our way through the year. And we love our students. We have to let them go at the end of the year. It's hard to let them go. I'll tell you a quick story. Many years ago, I was a number of years ago, I was a 4th grade teacher in Hartford Public Schools, and we loved our students. And there was a little girl that came through. She was 11 years old, and she was a shining star. And we hoped so much that she would grow up and make good and do right in the world. And that little girl is my new social worker.
Clover Street, Michelle Williams. Excuse me, Michelle Jones. Michelle got married.
Good afternoon. Thank you to the Windsor Chamber of Commerce for this lovely lunch. I have one new staff member to introduce, and her name is Jennifer Dion. And Jennifer is going to be our library media specialist for this school year. We are extremely excited to have her come to us. She is coming to us from Torrington, Connecticut, and we are excited about some new programming that will happen at Clover. Welcome.
From Quantic Elementary School, R.J. Sullivan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to echo the comments you've heard so far about the tremendous team we have that comes together throughout the town, and you're going to feel that throughout the year, your first year here. So congratulations on joining such a great place to come to for your beginning of your teaching career. I have two people to introduce today. One that I share with Ellsworth School, and I guess since I'm introducing the person, that means she'll spend most of her time in my building, right, Patty? And that is our new speech and language pathologist. That's Amy Crum. Amy, if you could stand up. At school 4 days a week. We'll be all set. And then I'd like to introduce you to our new part-time music person. That's Alicia Santaveneer. And Alicia is possibly one of our newest hires. We just signed contracts with her at the end of last week, and we're glad to have her with us. So welcome to Windsor.
Rhonda Lesberg from Walcott Early Childhood Center.
Good afternoon. For those of you who might not be aware, what does the Early Learning Childhood Center mean? It's where our preschool students are and all of the kindergarten students. And our preschool program has really been coming along over the past few years. We have over 50 preschoolers. Those are students with special needs, as well as increasing our peer play needs. which serve as role models at age 3 and 4 for the other students. But really, we've really been working hard. Students are coming to us with enormous challenges at young ages. So I'm very excited to be welcoming Dana Shoup as a new preschool teacher. I'm confident she'd talk about picking places. She's spent her studies in Newport, Rhode Island, and Boston, and choosing to come back to the state where she was raised and choosing to be in Windsor. So we're very lucky. Thank you.
From Sage Park Middle School, Paul Cavalier.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for the lunch chamber, and thank you, Craig and Benny, for those very nice comments. In reflection, I was thinking, one of the things that all of us know that help kids to be successful, one of the many, is building relationships. And if you can't do that in your room, you're going to struggle. I think we do a great job of that here in Windsor, but we do it at other levels besides just teachers. I know that in each of our schools, we build relationships with our teachers and faculty. It makes it a special place to work. And at the administrative level, we build relationships with each other, all of which a key element is supporting each other. So I feel, and I hope you do too, as new members of our Windsor community schools, to feel supported, know that you can turn to a colleague in your room, a supervisor, a vice principal, anybody, and they will always offer to help. Teamwork is a key piece here. And I know that when you travel and visit and talk about where you're teaching, because it happens to me a lot, when you speak of Windsor, this is a very well-respected district. We do things right here and always striving to do things better. That being said, I'm happy to introduce 5 new members of the Sage Park Middle School community, 4 of which were in the category that Craig mentioned, wherein I had the good fortune of hiring them during the course of the year. And they were outstanding additions, and we're happy that they're all working with us this year and into the future. They are Nicole DeBico, that's grade 7 social studies. Nicole, you should stand up because you got a new hairdo and all.
It's curly today, it's not.
Yeah.
It's the summer.
Greg Mirando, grade 8 science. Faye Fuller-Palmer, Family and Consumer Science. Jennifer T. Gray, grade 8, Language Arts. And Christina Wykowski, Special Education, grade 6.
And last but not least, of course, Russell Sells from the high school.
Way there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We're delighted that you're here. Thank you to the Chamber for this wonderful support. It's just one piece, ladies and gentlemen, of the ongoing support you'll feel in the Windsor community on an ongoing basis. I think the mistake we make in the school system is not accessing that enough, to be honest with you. This is a great place, ladies and gentlemen, to live and work. We have great kids, we have great parents, we have great families, and I'm going to flip that just a little bit for you. And so we have really no excuse not to perform at really high levels. And so the challenge for all of us together, the experienced people and the new people, is how do we work together to make it work for all students in Windsor. We have really successful schools for kids who are wanting to come to school and have goals and focus. The high schools are a very good place for high-end kids. The kids we struggle with in Windsor are the kids who struggle to learn. We all have to work together to make that happen. It starts with Rhonda, but working through the high school. And so we look forward to working with the Chamber to make that happen for every child in Windsor. We have a number of students in Windsor, teachers at Windsor High School. I actually did cards this year. For those of you who are administrators, you'll be amazed that I actually prepped that much. I apologize for formality. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of great teachers at the high school. I'll tell you, they're all first picks. We are very selective at the high school. People will tell you we're extremely picky about who we bring to the high school. My 2 children are graduates of Windsor High, and so we have very high standards for what that means. And so when I introduce these people, know that they're all first picks, and we're delighted they're joining us, that they honor us with their choice of coming to Windsor High School. First one's Jason Perella. Jason is studied at the University of New Haven and Keene State. He's from Meriden, and he's going to be teaching in the tech program for us. So stand up and wave.
Shatana Ricketts. Shatana is not new to Windsor High. She student taught with us last year, so we got to test drive her, and she got to test drive us, and we both decided it would be a wonderful thing. I'm very excited that she's joined us at the high school. Jason, I gave you the wrong job. I'm sorry. He's actually teaching social studies. That's okay. He honestly could do either one. I do want to introduce Matt Dodano, who is one of our tech teachers. Matt's coming to us. Matt comes to us from a few years in working in the trades, and will be teaching in the tech program. If you need a forklift driver, Matt can do that for you as well, so we're delighted to have him. Another person we're excited about is Joe Surface. Joe will be teaching PE at the high school. He's a familiar face to those of us in Windsor. He was our baseball coach last year and also worked as a long-term sub at the high school. Again, he got to test drive us, and we got to test drive him. I will tell you that I have about 60 baseball parents who think I am wonderful because we kept Joe, and so we're delighted to have him at the high school. Sindhu comes to us from Natick. She's a science teacher. Her educational background is Tufts and Boston University, and so she'll be teaching biology at the high school, and we're delighted to have her join us. She brings the great combination that we always look for, content mastery and teaching relationships and pedagogy, so we're very excited at what she brings to the science department. So, Cesar de Diego. Cesar is coming to teach Spanish for us. He was actually born in Spain, educated as a business major in Spain, and then saw the light and chose teaching as a second career. Went to Montclair State in New Jersey. The governor's drastic budget cuts in New Jersey over the last 6 months freed him from his position and many other teachers, and so he came to join us. He actually moved last night to Glastonbury, so we're delighted to have him. He brings tremendous expertise, and we're delighted to have him at the high schools. Welcome. Mallory Thompson is our new special ed teacher. Mallory had the distinct challenge of sitting in a space last week. I met her for the first time last week, and sitting in a space with Jody and Craig and I, and tremendous poise, I'll say, put it that way. That's a tough room, and so you did a great job, and we're very excited about having you join us at the high school. She went to the University of Hartford, and also went to high school at East Hartford, and also student taught at East Hartford. So we're delighted to have you in the Windsor community. Two people that work with the high school that I've met just recently, and I'll introduce them, but I've just met both of them today, so it's not like we're old friends, but we will be, I'm sure. Michaela Gorham. Michaela has joined us in the Spark program, which is our, Michaela, where are you? I'm sorry. She's right here. Michaela has joined us in the Spark program. That's an alternative program we use for alternative kids at LP Wilson. She comes to us, she said this morning she likes to work with the quirky kids. I said that works well because we have a number of quirky staff and administrators. And, I'll leave it at that. When I met Bill Banish today for the first time, I can tell you already that Bill and I are going to be great friends. Bill? Yeah. First of all, Bill has a job that I'm not sure I understand. He's a transition specialist, which I believe means that he works with our special needs students to help transition from high school to life. Is that close? That's very close. That's very close. Good. I will tell you this morning that he made the mistake of telling the group that he had aspirations of being a male model. Give you the advice my mom gave me when I told her that in college one time when I was a junior, and I said I wanted to be a comedian, and he said, keep your day job. So we welcome Bill, and we're delighted to have
Thank you, everybody. Hopefully that gave you a feel for the new staff that's coming on board for Windsor Public Schools this year. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Paul.
Just a couple of quick things to close up, folks. First of all, none of these events happen in time without people that put these things together and do the yeoman's work. And those two people are standing right over there. One is Jane Garibay, the other is Phil Stargard from the Chamber. Without them, I wouldn't know where I had to go during the day. So it's point me in the right direction, tell me what time to be there, and that's good. We need to thank a few people. First of all, the Historical Society for being our host today. We want to thank them. And I'd also like to thank the business sponsors for sponsoring this event today, and that includes Connecticut Minolta, Windsor Federal Savings, CBT, ING, PC Development Group, Posting Connecticut, and Curry Chiropractic. So we thank them. And that being said, that's about it. We want to thank all of you for coming. It's a pleasure to see a new faces in town. We welcome back all the people that are coming back for another tour of duty in Windsor. We wish you all a successful year, and please pick up your goodie bags on the way out. Thanks again.